All right, everyone, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the iPhone 16. And let me tell you, this is going to be way more exciting than just reading off a spec sheet. We're going to dig into the nitty-gritty, the stuff that really matters to you when you're thinking about making this phone your new daily driver. So first things first, Apple is making a big deal about how tough this phone is. I mean, they're throwing around phrases like oops, whoops, and even oh news. Which, okay, maybe a little over the top, but I get it. They're trying to tell us this phone can handle life's little mishaps. But it's not just marketing hype. They're backing it up with some serious tech, like that ceramic shield they're using for the screen. Think about all the times you've almost fumbled your phone. Or, actually de-thumble it. Ceramic shield is designed to take those hits without cracking under pressure. And the body of the phone, aerospace-grade aluminum, doesn't just sound cool. It means this thing is built like a tank. You can get it in classic black or white, or jazz it up with a fun case. Because let's be real, your phone is an extension of your style. Apple knows that.
Okay, now let's talk about something that's like music to my ears. Battery life. And get this, the iPhone 16 Eve boasts a massive 26 hours of video playback. That's not just an upgrade, it's a game changer. Imagine you're on a long flight fully loaded with movies and shows. No more stressing about your phone dying halfway through. Or you're out and about all day, snapping pics, checking social media, you name it. And you still have plenty of juice left when you get home. That's the magic of this supersized battery. Now, of course, a phone is only as good as its brains, right? And the iPhone 16 is packing some serious firepower with a new A18 chip. This is Apple's latest and greatest chip, making everything super fast and smooth. We're talking a noticeable difference in performance compared to older iPhones. And it's not just about speed today, it's about future-proofing. This chip is built to handle whatever the future throws at it. New iOS updates, demanding apps, you name it. So you can buy this phone knowing it's going to stay relevant for years to come. And, of course, we got to talk about the software, the glue that holds it all together. iOS 18 gives you even more control over your home screen and lock screen, so you can really make it your own. But the thing that really caught my eye, Apple Intelligence. Now, this is where things get really interesting. It's like having this super smart assistant that's always learning and adapting to you, helping you do things more efficiently. Think automatically sorting your photos, suggesting apps you might need, even creating personalized emojis. I mean, come on, you could design a chicken wearing a backpack emoji. How cool is that? And for all you photography lovers out there, the iPhone 16's camera is a game changer. We're talking a 48MP Fusion camera. It's like having two cameras in one. You get stunning images with crazy detail. And the integrated 2x telephoto lens lets you zoom in without sacrificing any quality. Perfect for those faraway shots. Whether you're at a concert trying to get a close-up of the band, or just admiring a beautiful view from afar. And with 4K video recording and Dolby Vision, you can capture cinema-quality footage. Vibrant colors, dynamic, range, the whole shebang. Aspiring filmmakers rejoice. But there's more to this camera than just megapixels and zoom. It's also packed with visual intelligence. Think of it as your phone's ability to see and understand the world around you. You can use the camera to identify objects, learn about them, and even complete tasks. Like say you're walking down the street and spot a pair of sneakers you love. Point your camera at them. And boom, it'll tell you the brand, the model, where to buy them. So it's like having your own personal shopping assistant right in your pocket. Okay, I know we've covered a lot of ground already, but trust me, there's so much more to uncover. This phone is jam-packed with cool features, from super-fast USB-C charging to this innovative action button that lets you access your favorite functions in a snap. We'll dive into all that in just a bit, but for now, let's just take a moment to soak it all in. What are your first impressions? What features are you most excited about? All right, so we've hit all the major points. The durability, that crazy battery life, the A18 chip. It's basically a time traveler from the future. Oh, and we can't forget about that Apple Intelligence. It's pretty mind-blowing, right? But, sometimes it's those those almost hidden features that really make a phone feel like it's made just for you. Speaking of hidden gems, did we even talk about the action button? This thing is like a secret shortcut to getting things done. You need to snap a pic. Bam, action button. Flashlight. Action button's got your back. And remember that visual intelligence we were geeking out over? Well, guess what? The action button unlocks that too. You see something you want to know more about, just press that button, point your camera, and it's like having a pocket-sized detective on call 24/7. Okay, confession time. I'm the queen of losing charging cables. Seriously, where do they even go? So I'm doing a happy dance about the iPhone 16e, switching to USB-C. Finally, one cable to rule them all. You can use the same charger for your iPhone, your iPad, your MacBook, even that robot vacuum you've been eyeing. It's universal compatibility that just makes sense, And while we're on the topic of things that make sense, can we give Apple a high five for stepping up their sustainability game? Over 30% recycled content in the 16e.
It's a good step toward being a little kinder to our planet. I know we've been focusing on all the fun, futuristic stuff, but there's a serious side to this phone. We got to talk about safety.
And that's where crash detection comes in. This is a feature that could actually save your life. So if the 16E senses you've been in a bad car accident, it automatically calls for help and shares your location. It's like a silent guardian always looking out for you, especially when you're driving alone or in areas where help might be hard to find. I don't know about you, but after this deep dive, I'm starting to think the iPhone 16e might just be the perfect phone for just about everyone. It's got the looks, the brains, the brawn, and even a heart of gold. Well, maybe recycled aluminum, but you get the idea. But before we get too carried away with all the bells and whistles, there's one more crucial thing we got to discuss: software updates. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to feel like their phone is outdated a year after they buy it. We want our phones to keep up with the times, right? So let's talk about how the iPhone 16e handles the ever-changing world of software. Okay, so we were just talking about software updates and why they matter so much. You know, we don't want our phones to become dinosaurs a year after we buy them.
And with that A18 chip powering the 16 age, you can bet this phone is going to be getting those juicy iOS updates for a good long while. We're talking new features, performance boosts, all those behind-the-scenes tweaks that keep your phone running like a champ. No more FOMO when your friends are showing off the latest iOS tricks. You're going to be right there with them. You know, Apple has a pretty impressive track record when it comes to supporting their devices with software updates. We're talking 5 years or more sometimes. So the iPhone 16, it's not just a phone for today, it's an investment in your digital life for years to come. And that peace of mind, knowing you're not going to be left in the dust, well, that's pretty valuable. Well, we've covered a ton of ground today, haven't we? We've talked about drop tests and battery marathons, chips that think ahead, and software that stays up to date. But, you know, beyond all the tech specs and fancy features, there's something else I want to touch on: the feeling. Because at the end of the day, a phone is more than just a bunch of parts. It becomes a part of your life, you know, and it should feel good to use. And I got to say, the iPhone 16e really nails it in that department.
The word that keeps coming to mind is effortless. Everything about this phone, from the way it fits in your hand to how smoothly everything works, it's like Apple anticipated your every need and built a phone that just gets you. And for a starting price of just $599, that's what I call incredible value, especially when you consider those trade-in offers and carrier deals that can make it even easier on the wallet. So if you're already itching to get your hands on this phone, mark your calendars, because pre-orders start this Friday. And the 16e officially launches on February 28th. Don't miss out. As we wrap up our deep dive into the iPhone 16, I'm going to leave you with one last thought. This phone isn't just a new device. It's a reminder that technology can be both powerful and user-friendly. It's a tool that helps us connect, create, and explore in ways we never thought possible. And isn't that what it's all about? Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of the iPhone 16. I hope you're feeling as excited about this phone as I am. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the awesome world of tech.